Want to create a realistic bottle in Blender? In this tutorial, I'll show you how to model, shade and render a professional looking bottle using simple techniques. By the end of the video, you will have a clean product render and learn valuable Blender skills that can be applied to many other projects. Let's jump in and start create. So first, we'll open Blender and we'll delete all things. Then we'll press Shift A in our keyboard and we'll add a cylinder. After adding a cylinder and then we'll go to edit mode and we'll scale the cylinder and we'll scale the cylinder in Z axis so that it has a bottle shape. Now we'll insert this face, but we'll select from vertice mode to the faces mode. Now we'll select this face and we'll press I in our keyboard and drag it in between in a bit and it will insert a bit. Now we'll press E in our keyboard and drag up. So now we have something like this which looks like a bottle neck. Now we'll delete this face by pressing X in our keyboard and selecting delete faces. And now we have something, a simple shape of a bottle. Now what we can do is we can select, yeah. Now we can add a subdivision modifier, but before that we'll again remove the uh, smooth. We'll right click in our keyboard and we'll just shade it flat so that we can understand what is the changes after adding a subdivision modifier. Now we'll add a subdivision modifier, but also make sure before that or after that press Ctrl R and drag this to the bottom so that we have something like this, or else the shape might change like this. It looks like a pencil. So now we'll yeah now we'll also add a control we'll press Ctrl R and also add something here and Ctrl R here. Yeah, now we have something like this. Now we need a bit of thickness, or else it looks like it doesn't have any thickness, as you can see. So now we'll add a bit of thickness so that it looks a bit thick and more natural like a bottle. We'll increase the thickness to 0.02. I guess that's nice. Then we'll also increase uh, the subdivision modifier so that it looks more smooth. I'll increase the level of viewport to 3 and the same for the render. Now we have something like this, which looks like a bottle. Also, for making the cap, what we can do is we can select, we can go to the, yeah, um, oh, yeah, we'll press Shift A and then we'll also add a cylinder again. Then we'll grab it up again, yeah, scale it down, yep, and grab it up again and we'll scale it in Z axis so that it's not that big. If something like this, again we'll go to the edit tab and we'll press Control R and just drag it here on, and Control R and just drag it here nearby somewhere, and yep, yeah, yep. So again we'll go to our object mode and we'll go to and we'll add a subdivision modifier and we'll change the level of viewport and render more so that it has a smooth like surface. We'll set both level viewport and render to 4. Now we have something like this. It looks like a bottle now. Now we'll grab all this up and now it's time for coloring it, or you can say shading it. Also, now we'll also add a we'll press shift A and add a light. First we can add an area light, scale it, grab it up, and again we'll add a plane so that the it can be seen well. Yep, now it looks pretty much nice. Then we'll also go to the shading tab now, and we'll set it up so that we can see our bottle clearly. And we'll go to the material shading view, but it we are in our engine is render engine is set to EV, so that we'll change to cycles, and from device CPU to GPU compute. So now it looks nice. Yeah. So now what we'll do is we'll first color the bottle, the main part. First we'll press new, then we have this principal BSDF. We'll press shift A and then add a gradient texture. We'll add it to the base color, and again we'll add a color ramp, and we can create variations. um, we can go to the material for now, and now you can see it is nice, pretty nice, but it's like vertically splitted, and we want it in horizontal. So what we can do, um we can just experiment with these all, and yeah, none of them works, but we'll try to add a
So yeah, we found the way to turn into the horizontal position. So first we'll add a texture coordinate map, and then we'll just join generate it to vector in gradient texture, and then we'll press shift in our keyboard and add a mapping mode. Now in rotation we'll change the y axis to a certain place where the bottle have the right amount of um, rotation as needed. As you can see, it looks nice now, and we just tilt a bit so that it looks a bit of uneven. And we can now make a bit of space, and we'll just add more of those things so that there is a clean transition between them, or else it's too sharp. We'll just drag it a bit down, and we'll just adjust it a bit, and we are finally done with the blending. Now we'll add a bit of color. We change the black color to a bit of light. For this one, we can just add a bit of till between orange and red. And for this one, and we'll add a bit of more lighter orange, and we'll keep on going a bit like towards reddish. And for the last one, we'll just add a more lighter version. And yeah, we are done with the coloring of the bottle. Now we'll move on to the cap. We'll just go to the rendering mode and just observe it if it looks nice, and we'll just increase the brightness of the light, or the power you can say, because it's too dull. We cannot see it, like from 10 to 50 or 30. Grab it a bit scale a bit up, and we'll just increase the power. Yeah, so let's just experiment a bit. We'll just move up and we'll just add a bit of roughness for, we'll just add a bump node. So we'll add a bump node and a noise texture node, and we'll join them with normal to normal and factor to height. Yeah, and now we'll increase the strength, and we'll also increase the scale so that it's not that rough and big. Then also we'll just check a bit and we'll again increase. Yeah, and finally we'll just decrease the strength a bit so that it's not that rough and it blends with the color and the result. Yeah, so I guess we are done, and let's go to the layout, and let's go to the render mode. And i guess the I guess the I should like increase the power of the light. I try 200. I guess we should delete the plane, and we should add a cube which will act as a room instead of a plane which is like a surface, plane surface. But we want a kind of a normal look. Yeah, and we'll just scale the cube, and yeah, and we'll grab the cube up also. And yeah, we are like, yeah. So yeah, we are outside the box. So to go inside, I have a trick. We can just add a camera. Like we'll press Shift in our keyboard and add a camera. And when we go to the shading tab and click on that camera icon, we'll be inside. But we'll just have to zoom out and zoom in a bit. Yeah, and we're inside. You can see. So yeah, we'll now see the bottle. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just experiment with the transmission, or we can just add a bit of. We can just make this colors light because those are dark, as you can see. First, the pink color we'll just do light. Yep, and the this brown kind of color again we'll just do maximum. And for this color also it's the same maximum, and for this it's already maximum. So yeah, now we can just see the color, or else before we could not even observe the color and it was just like a dark ball. Now it's time to shade the bottle cap. So we'll just press in new, and it's a straight color, not very much anything. So we'll just add a bit of pink color, like kind of pink, light pinky color, and we'll just decrease the roughness a bit, and we'll add a bit of transmission, or no, I guess we should not. Yeah, and we'll add, instead of transmission in the bottle, we'll just increase a metallicness a bit so that it's a bit of shiny, and we can just I guess we can just, yeah, and for the bottle, the bottle cap, we can just yeah. So you can see the colors. Now we'll rotate it a bit so that um and along with the it's time for lighting. So we'll just scale that light up and grab it up in the z axis, and we'll add several more lights to make it more pop out. So we'll just decrease the power to 100 instead of 200. We'll add another light. We'll press shift in our keyboard and add a light. We'll grab it up, and we'll we'll grab it up more, and we'll just set the light there, because you can see the bottle is highlighted in that place. So now we can add a bit of like coat so that it's a bit of glossy, or else it's a bit matte and it doesn't look that. And we'll just decrease the metallicness a bit, yeah, for the bottle. And now we have something shiny like that. Now we'll add another light. So we'll press shift in our keyboard again and a area light, and grab it up, and we'll highlight the bottle side part. So we'll just rotate it in x-axis a bit, um, in the x-axis a bit, yeah, and we'll just put it there, so the dark side of the bottleneck is a bit of highlighted, or else it looks too, you can say, too dark there. So we have highlighted that part, and now we'll add another light to highlight this part. We'll just shift in our keyboard, add a area light, and then grab it up. Then we'll rotate it in x-axis, and press we'll press G in our keyboard and press double Y so that it moves in its original place. Before that, we'll just scale a bit in y-axis a bit. Yeah, and now scale it a bit, and yep, and we'll grab it down in z-axis, or you can say in x-axis. Yeah. And we'll just grab it in x-axis a bit, and we'll just grab it like backside, so that it's only that side part which is highlighted. And yeah, we have highlighted that part, and we'll and yeah, we'll just adjust it a bit to like we can just adjust the light a bit, and we'll rotate it in y-axis a bit like that, and we have something like this, which looks pretty much nice. And we'll just grab it in z-axis a bit down, so that, yeah, now we have a more natural looking light. And yeah, yeah, so now we'll add another light. So we'll add another area light, but this time at the bottom, so that, because the bottom part you can see it looks not so 3D. So yeah, we'll grab it, we'll rotate it in x-axis 90, and again rotate it in x-axis 90, and we'll grab it up, and we'll rotate it a bit, and we'll also scale it, so that, and also we'll decrease the power to 10 to 5, so that the it's just a bit of highlight, yeah, like that. And you can see a like black lining in middle, so but we don't need that. We'll add another light, so that it's just like it's not that dark. So again, we'll add a light, rotate it towards the bottle in y-axis 90, and yeah, then we'll grab it here, and we'll rotate it in y-axis 90, and again we'll decrease the power to somewhere like yeah, we'll decrease the power to somewhere like 4, kind of 4, but we just adjusted the light a bit before that. And just move it to the y-axis a bit, and yeah, we'll just decrease the power to first. We can test out some like four. Yeah, and we can present it. And I guess this is too dark. We can add another one power, so we can just add a 5 like that. And yeah, you can see the bottle looks pretty much nice now, and it's every part of the bottle is well highlighted than before. Now it looks more nice. Now also we can change the color of the light, and we can just highlight that particular part colorful. So I'll just select that light and I'll just change the color here to lightish pink. Not that pink, but lightish. You can see the pink is like that light is like a bit of pinkish, and it looks better than ever. And we can do kind of in different parts, but I guess only this part should be in the color of pink. Now we have yeah. Now we'll just select the background and like the cube, and we'll just add a background color. So we'll just select the cube and go to the shading part, and then we'll press new and base color. We'll just add a bit of purple, like towards purple, or we can just find a color like um color like here, and yeah. This color is like blending with the background, like it's not that much nice. So I guess we should put any other color. Again, we'll go to the shading part and change the color to something like green or no, somewhere like here. It just blends in. I guess this color is best because you can see the bottle is popping out. It's like the almost the opposite, but it's not the opposite. Like the bottle is more popping out and the background is like that. Now you can see the sharp like shadow corners. To fix that, we'll just go to edit mode by selecting the cube and add a bit of bevelness to the every edges, and just add a few segments so that it's well enough smooth. And we'll again go to the object mode and we'll just smooth it out. You can see there is no shadow stuffs, and yeah, uh, now we'll smooth it out, and you can see it just perfectly blends in and it feels like infinite. Yep. So now we have finally uh, done lighting, and we are now going to move on rendering. So I'm always added a camera before, yeah, and we'll just press Alt zero, Control Alt 0 in our keyboard and just set it at, and we'll just set that camera like lock thing so that we lock it our camera, and we can just set it somewhere here, and we can just set it like we can just pan a bit and just set the bottle here, and we'll also, and yeah, we'll just render it once by clicking F12 in our keyboard, and yeah, I'll come back after this renders. Yeah, so you can see it has been rendered and it looks nice. You can see the transitioning, the color of the bottle, the background popping out the bottle, and the bottleneck also getting highlighted, and it looks pretty much nice than before. And we'll just do a bit of tweaks, so we'll just close this tab. We'll just move this camera a bit down so that we'll just, yeah, so that we can just see the color more transitioning. So I'll just, yeah, just move the light a bit, and do some tweaks if you want. And I'm done, so yeah, it looks nice. Now we'll just hit render for the last time, and yeah, you can see the render, it has rendered perfectly and it looks very nice. And there you have it, a realistic bottle created entirely in Blender. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more Blender content, and share your results in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll definitely catch you in the next tutorial.